Whoa.
Whoa.
I feel like my volume's really high.
Same. It's so funny.
This podcast is going to be mostly just Michelle giggling the whole time.
I know. I'm like, I don't know if I'm the best for podcasts because I laugh a lot.
That makes for a good podcast.
Okay, that's good.
In my opinion. You imagine if you're just stone cold. Just ask you questions, you're like,
Just
yes.
monotoned.
No. I guess this is our intro.
I guess so.
I can start whenever, you know.
Okay.
I can just start rolling and just start from wherever. So like boom, start, go, snap.
Okay.
Welcome to the Wedding Green Room podcast. I have a very good friend of mine, Michelle from Ruby and Elene Bridal, and also her other half, business partner, Ashley, who's not on the camera right now, but she is in the room. And I'm very excited to introduce Michelle to everyone. She started her brand about 2 months ago. I don't want to go into full detail of just talking about, I don't know everything about your brand. That's why I want you on here. I want everyone to hear about it. And yeah, Michelle and I think I met you like what, 3-4 years ago?
Yeah,
I think.
about that. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I was doing a wedding at Sacred Mountain Julian. She previously used to work there, and yeah, it just good people, you know, we all just start working more often, and had a bunch more weddings there, and then fast forward 4 more years, you started this brand.
Mm-hmm.
And you're also getting married.
I am getting married
next year.
I'm engaged.
And I'm shooting their wedding. Very excited for it.
We're so excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really bummed that I missed that engagement party.
It's okay.
I know, I really wanted to be there.
It was fun. The food was phenomenal.
Feet support, baby.
Feet support.
I missed it. But yeah, I'm just, like I said, I'm really excited to just kind of get to know more about your brand. I want everyone, future brides, to hear about what it is that you're doing with the wedding dress industry, wedding design, like apparel, I guess. So I don't want to keep talking, but just give me maybe a nutshell of your brand. Just kind of like in general, it's like this is what I'm about. This is what we're about.
So yeah, Ruby and Elene Bridal is a sustainable online bridal shop. So it's a place where brides can go to find clothing, to jewelry, to bridesmaids boxes. And our goal and our mission is having fabrics that we offer that are sustainable, that compost in the ground within a couple years, whereas like polyester, which is plastic, is what a lot of our clothes are made out of, and it doesn't decompose into the ground for like 400 years or something crazy like that. So there's a huge problem within that industry. So yeah, that's pretty much the basis of that. All of our jewelry is like handmade from a woman that I actually know from my hometown in Felton. She's awesome, has a rad company. And then all of our bridesmaids boxes are made with handcrafted pieces from small businesses as well, and people who have a sustainable mission too. So
it's amazing. I don't think I really know a lot of brands that even have that kind of style. Maybe you do. You're more in the realm of that, but as far as like even bringing that to like the wedding industry, I think it's just really awesome, because there's like, I don't think I've even heard of the kind of just like environmental conscious type of style for the wedding industry. And I like the vibe and the style of what you guys have for your brand. And I like the fact that you also offer, I think, like pre-wedding.
Yeah. So what we're offering now, it's not, more for like court courthouse weddings, more elopement style. Like we have some offerings for that, but also like just pre-wedding, like bachelorette, welcome party, bridal engagement party type of outfits. Right now, as we like grow, we eventually want to start designing our own wedding dresses and doing that whole thing. But as of now, what we're doing
It just
is
popped. Did you hear that?
Huh.
Sorry, my knees are bad. Just like
you're breaking.
my body. It was our birthdays recently.
Yeah, we're 2 days apart.
It's crazy.
I
I was
know.
like, Leo's. July babies. Sidetrack. But yeah, so also, so is it like mom calling?
Do you need to answer that?
No, I don't. She's just wondering about me bringing the kids over after. It's not, so is it like used dresses? Like do people like wear and then return, or how does that?
So we do have like used dresses that we're going to put on our website.
Okay.
That is like our next step.
'Cause I
We're
thought I
gonna
heard
have-
that.
Yeah,
were-
we're gonna have a secondhand option where brides can sell back their clothing, and then we sell it for an affordable price. But our clothing right now is like really high quality from 2 different brands that are doing like amazing things. But these are high quality pieces, and they're a good price. But our main goal too is for brides to buy these high quality pieces and have them as heirlooms. Like they can pass them down to their future generations, and they're timeless pieces. They're not going to go out of style, or they're not going to, they're just going to be a timeless piece essentially for brides.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, what would you describe your style as? For people like looking like, oh, I want this type of wedding dress, or I want,
This type of style.
this
yeah.
type of style. Like,
Pretty much timeless. Like it's a style that we want to fit to not just kind of one mold, but just a bride who's looking for just a high quality piece, something that's classy and elegant, but also like we have some fun and sexy ones too, so kind of
like, because I've seen a lot of trends these days of brides. They'll, in the last like year, I feel like it's been going on a lot where you'll have your ceremony wedding dress, you'll take your pictures as the very dramatic one, and then they'll change into their party dress or their party outfit. Even the groom does it too. He'll change out of like his formal suit and then wear something like a little more like casual kind of. So yeah, it's just, I think that's also a good thing for brides to check out too, is not just like the crazy long gown, super extravagant type of thing, and then also they have like the night before, and then they have the night of ceremony, like
there's
dance.
so many different outfits.
There's so many
for
different,
brides,
yeah. There's so
and
many.
we want to be a place where like a bride who wants to be a little different, have something one of a kind and unique, they can come to our website and find that. And that's what we want to offer, is brides who maybe not fit under the mold of like maybe the super trendiness, or like, they just want to be a little bit different. Like that's what we want to offer for brides who want to fit under just like being authentic to who they are, and like not following like
fast fashion.
Because a lot of like, as a bride myself, and I'm looking for, when I'm looking for outfits or just kind of browsing, like everyone's getting the same thing from the same places. So that's what, when Ashley and I were coming up with Ruby and Elene Bridal, and we're like, we want to offer like pieces that people can be like, wow, I've never seen that, or, where did you get that? That's so unique looking. That's kind of what we want to offer for brides.
It's good to be unique, because
Yeah.
it's like you stand out, from everyone. Kind of like copies, like there's designers out there that'll kind of like, oh, everyone kind of follows the same, and if you niche yourself, same goes for basically any type of artistic craft. I feel like the more you niche yourself or stand out, you're not doing what everyone else is doing. Obviously there's a tie to like certain trends, you want to be with with a trend somewhat, but like also stand out in your own unique. I mean, that's my opinion,
Right.
um, but yeah, I mean, so let me jump to some of my questions too, because I had some good ones that I put together that I don't want to skip over. But one sec.
Ashley, do you have anything to add?
Yeah,
I think you're doing great.
we're
Okay.
doing fantastic.
Everything you're saying.
So what if people want to follow you guys on Instagram too? What's your spell out your social? What's your social?
Ruby and Eleni Bridal. So RUBYANTELENE Bridal.
As that's the Instagram tag.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the Instagram.
Cool.
And that's our website too.
Yeah, and then as far as like the name of how you guys got started, is it you both your great grandma, your grandparents, your grandmas?
My grandma.
Yeah.
So Lenny was my grandma.
Yeah. Ruby was my great grandmother. She was born in 1909, and she like was a seamstress and artist. She actually made my grandmother's wedding dress, my mom's wedding dress, and all their bridesmaids' dresses. So that was the inspiration. And then Ashley's grandma Eleni she was an amazing artist. She did like stained glass and like cool paintings and artwork, and also was a clothing designer. So we just thought of the two, and we were like, we want to honor the women in our life who have like obviously brought us to this life, and bringing that like energy within our business. Like we want those heirloom pieces that that women can pass down and like talk about and get excited about. Like brides that I've worked with in the past too are like, this was my great grandmother's like part of her dress, or like,
Yeah.
that's
seen
really
that.
special. And I feel like that's something that we've lost in society kind of, through fast fashion and through these things. It's like fast fashion products don't last long, and people just want the new next thing, and they get rid of their and just, I think it's special when you can save those like really high quality pieces and being able to pass that down. I think that's a really awesome thing that we should hold on to.
Yeah, and I mean, it's really cool that you guys aren't just, starting a brand knowing nothing. Like this is like your family, kind of like family history.
Yeah.
Like you're both your grandmas in the design space and bringing that past of like wedding dress design, like bringing that into like this new modern era. It's just really cool that you have that like background and not just like taking a stab at something that you're really interested in. But I mean, obviously, like there's running a business is just like you're just kind of.
I'm like, we still are learning so
You're just
much.
learning.
Like we are in the beginning,
Yeah.
like the launching part we have been saying is like, okay, we launch now, like now this is like the real deep work. Now it's like just
Scary.
Yeah, it's the other day we're like, do we know what we're doing? But like we do know, like at the end of the day, like
At least it's like the soul is like real there, like behind the brand. It's not just like when people like there's a soul behind it. There's like that passion history behind your guys' brand versus like people that are like they just feel like their brand is like gutless, or there's no like kind of like history, like story to it,
Yeah, I feel like I'm a really deep person, and I feel like when I'm not doing things with intention or like with that depth, like it's hard for me to like just be in it in general, because I'm like, this isn't, my heart's not in this, so how can I like really be fully in this? And I feel like that's where a lot of like artists come in, and like with the vendors that I've met through the wedding industry, like most photographers that I work with and have worked with are like, I love my job. Like I get to just come and take photos, and like, yeah, there's obviously like stresses and things that come along with that. But at the end of the day, like becoming an entrepreneur and something that you really love and you want to do, and share with others and like share with brides and couples, like that's so fulfilling for people. And like even florists or DJs, like these people are doing what they love. And that's when Ashley and I, we're in the venue world, and we're like, we love working with brides, and like we love working together, but like just what we were doing wasn't like fulfilling our soul anymore. And that's when we came up with Ruby and Elene Bridal. We're like, we want to become entrepreneurs and like be able to be moms and like raise children, but also like have this epic thing that we're doing that we feel like passionate about too. So that's where the heart of it came from.
I'm really excited for you guys. I was so stoked when you were like, I have this idea, and then you were working on it, meeting with Ashley, going over like kind of like the business, kind of like everything that has to do with launching a business.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got it going. And I was like, I have to get you guys on the podcast because one, I want everyone to see and hear about you guys. And I want like my future couples to like buy your guys' clothing because I think it's awesome. And to be able to shoot it too. And then also like I'll put, once I post everything, I'll put you guys have a 15% discount code that I'll put in my story that brides can check out. I don't know how long it's going to go for, but probably a few months until things get crazy and then no more discounting. But so
we'll do affiliate marketing everywhere.
Yeah, making so much money. But yeah, I mean, it's just really cool to see friends have a vision and have a passion for something, a dream, and then they go for it. It's very scary. And then just, you did it. Like you had the idea, you wanted to do it, and here you guys are. We made
a leap of faith.
I know.
Sure. We both left Sacred Mountain like the same year. So that was a long journey for us. And it was a beautiful journey. We met so many people and we met each other. Like we wouldn't be here today without
Yeah,
that,
I mean, we wouldn't be doing this. You wouldn't have this brand if you didn't have like everything that in the past is like stepping stone to where leads you in the direction like where you want to go.
Yeah, like before I got to Sacred Mountain, I was like, it was like 2020. I got like fired from my job because they couldn't afford to pay me anymore. Like,
what was your job?
I was doing I was working for a landscape designer.
Oh,
No, I wasn't a landscape designer. I was working for.
I thought you were gonna say I was a landscaper. I could see you in like a straw hat, just like shoveling.
That's legit what I was doing.
That
was me. I was like digging. I was like trimming all the plants. Like I was like in the earth, like working.
Are you being serious?
Yes. I was like doing
in Santa
that.
Cruz?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I learned something new.
So random.
Wow. What about you, Ashley?
What did I do before Sacred Mountain?
Yeah.
I was at Sacred Mountain for so long. I feel like it was like 7 years. So
No life existed beyond.
Yeah. Did you have a job before that?
Yeah.
I did, but it was just like administrative roles. Like Sacred Mountain was really like my first big job.
My landscape job wasn't that big, believe me. It was nice though. I was like going to these really beautiful like mansion homes in Santa Cruz and just like trimming the flowers. Going at it. So
I can't even imagine if I like hit the business up and then you show up, you're like, hi, I'm here to.
Well, there was a team. Wasn't the only
I know, but it's just
I know, so random.
very random.
Here I am.
Too. So I feel like we've both worked with like female entrepreneurs that have inspired us too in that way.
Yeah, because the Sacred Mountain owner,
Marty.
Yeah.
And how long has she owned the? I mean, we're plugging Sacred Mountain hardcore right now, but I love the place. I shoot there often. Future brides, check the place out too. Such a beautiful.
It is actually so beautiful.
There's
really beautiful.
Just the area in general. Just, I mean, you live 10 minutes away, I think, right?
I live like 5 minutes away.
It's just a very special place in general. But yeah. So steering back to, I want to ask a few of these that I put together, but I guess I mean, yeah, you talked about sustainability as far as like what goes into your dresses and the fact that it's environmental friendly and the fact that it's biodegradable, not like polyester, the clothing that most of us wear, which is really unique for wedding dresses. Um, I think that's really awesome to incorporate as a part of not just like being a brand, but also like your clothing is long lasting, but also is like environmentally friendly. Um, and then so far, I mean, what's been hard for you guys?
I mean, we don't have like, I mean, both Ashley and I were not like big, like, I don't have a big following on Instagram by any means, and neither does Ashley. So just building like our community essentially has been like what we're like coming across right now. Like, how do we get our word out? How, I mean, we've done everything by ourselves essentially, you know, and the help of my stepsister Leah helped with our branding, which was amazing and a life-saving
Yeah,
moment.
when you gave me your business card, like all the branding and everything, I was like, this is amazing. This is great.
Yeah, Leah like was like, "Oh, I'll do it. Like, I'll just do it for you guys." And we're like, "What? Like, this
So
is
grateful.
it's just crazy when things are so meant to be, like they just be. Like, honestly, like they really do. Like, they just when something's meant to be, it just comes together like effortlessly, and that's how it's been for Ashley and I. It's like everyone's just been like, "How can I help you? And how can we help make this work?"
That just shows you what type of people you are, that you have that kind of circle of like network of people that are wanting to help you out because of the people that you guys are. Um, Not just like people starting a business and then it's just like you have like a community of people wanting to help you, and that just I think that reflects on like who you guys are.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
You have
reflection.
you have so many people that are like willing to help you out because how awesome you guys are.
Sweet.
And yeah, what so I mean this is maybe not, I guess, indirect question to like the brand, but like brides planning a wedding in 2024 or 2025, like I don't even know. Like, do most brides like they pick out their dresses first, right? Like before they even
I
like what did you pick your dress out before you even thought about anything else? Like
Well, the thing about me that's a little different is I had I like have like I know the wedding industry, so I kind of had all the things. But I feel like as a new bride, Ashley and I were talking about this. I feel like knowing your budget is number one thing, because then you have to pick your venue, which is number two thing. Like I've worked with so many brides, and the venue part is the most stressful and hardest part, I feel like, starting and getting it together. Because once you have your venue, you have your date, you can pick your vendors from there. You can pick your dress and your vibe and the style and like what you're going for.
like I used like once you pick your venue, you're having it at your property.
Yeah. So
Your wedding.
my wedding, yeah, we're
You're
doing
like,
it.
it was very hard to change the date. We had to check with our home and see if that date worked for our home.
Well, I did check
And
the
it was
date.
all good.
It was fine.
You guys had to change the date because the first date didn't work for your guys' home.
didn't work. So, yeah, that's my best advice personally, especially working in the venue world. Like, I mean,
I have no idea because most guys will just go and just like rent a suit and it's just like whatever. Like I'll just pick a cool color or a cool. I mean, some people are into like getting somebody custom design their suit. A lot of times, guys will just rent a suit, but I know that from just talking with brides. I mean, some of them pick out their dresses so far like in
well,
advance.
you have to.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a while to get
It
custom made.
yeah, depending who you go with and what designer. Like, my designer's in Israel, so I'm had to plan that out accordingly.
And all your dresses are already
Yeah,
pre
we have all of our inventory with us.
and you just pick like the size and just ship it right to you and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
not like doing full on like
Custom.
custom wedding dresses. We're not there yet, but you know, if you have if you're looking for like an elopement dress or something a little bit more like it's elegant, huh?
Rehearsal dinner.
Yeah, more pre-wedding stuff. Or if you want a courthouse wedding, we have a dress that would be like perfect for that. But obviously, as we like grow, we can like buy more inventory, get like different styles for each season, things like that. But for what we have now,
And
where we're
then
at.
is that box that you brought, is that basically one of the boxes that you have?
It's a bridesmaid's box. Yeah. Do you wanna
Show
open
it. Show it. Yeah. Show it to the, show
Show it.
everyone that
Show it to everyone.
doing it. This is an unboxing video.
We've taken many of those.
Zoom in on the hands.
So,
Producer Ashley, zoom in on the hands.
do you want to open it? Like you're like
Me?
because we're giving this to you
No,
guys.
you don't want my manly hands on a.
This is for you guys. We're giving this to your wife. and your
Yes.
family.
I just feel weird that it's like
Pink.
pink and I'm opening it.
Embrace your like inner bride.
I just don't feel like for social media wise, like this isn't like, I feel like it would be better if I want to make this into like a
Okay, you're
15,
giving this to me.
yeah. And as like a 15-second, like however long this takes to open it, it would be better for you to open it. Cause then
Okay,
it's
thank you
like, then
so
you can
much.
like show like,
Wow, you're
you know,
giving this to me?
like
Thank you.
brides aren't going to forward a video of me opening the box. You know what I mean? Like if they forward like the clip, it's going to be like, I don't want to forward a clip of a dude opening this bridal box. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, we'll have a woman opening it.
So this, what do you call this? Is there a name for it?
Making me blush.
Making Me Blush box.
Yeah.
And you can order these on your guys' website.
So we have this beautiful bar of soap. Smells amazing. Looks amazing.
Wow.
And these are all handmade by like just small businesses who are essentially doing what we're all doing out here. So we got this dark chocolate in here. Pretty much just like a self-care package for the women that they want to be a part of their bridal party. Got this candle. And then shower steamers as well. So you put in your shower, it smells all yummy and good. You can open that if you want.
Amazing.
Yeah, and some chocolate.
Yeah, a lot of
There's some chocolate.
a fun thing for brides to gift all of their wedding party is that if you go on like a bachelorette weekend and you pre-order these and you bring them with you, you can give them on the wedding day, or you can give them on like a bachelorette weekend.
Yeah, you can do that. We also, on our website, you can just send us all of the different shipping addresses to your ladies, and it'll just send right to them to their home too. So, yeah, that's it.
I think
and then
it's-
it comes with a card. We have a maid of honor card, and then we also have a bridesmaids card that we have. And as we grow, we'll have different styled boxes. We're already in the works of a different one.
So you have one styled box right now.
Just one. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll have more of like kind of like a coastal, like kind of more, I guess it would be more of an elevated box coming soon. So keep on the lookout for that.
I think those are awesome to be able to like, as like a thank you for coming to my bachelorette weekend or night or whatever. As a thank you for being in the wedding party, spending the money, being there.
Yeah, it can be, like being a bridesmaid, you're signing up for
A lot.
a lot. And I feel like brides know that. So they want to give them a thank you.
And it's just easy just to do that versus
Yeah.
like, a lot of times I'll see like people piece things together and it's like a lot of those things are from sourced people that you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a little bit more of a unique specialty to it versus just like people, ordering some plastic cup off Amazon saying bridesmaid on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stuff that people are just gonna not want.
Be like sweets going in my cabinet.
Going in the corner
Going
that I
in the
won't see
corner.
again. But yeah, that was. Yeah, I mean, I see people like. It's a lot of time and energy just packing something like that one alone, and then you know.
Well, it's
so.
just it's just perfect. It's
Yeah.
like perfect as far as like too. You have your if you do like a rehearsal dinner, you got your dress. You can order the dress with you guys, or even like on the wedding day. I see a lot of brides they'll give their bridesmaids, or it doesn't have to be bridesmaids, just like all of the girls and their family. Um, just like a thank you for being here, thank you for traveling, thank you for taking the time, helping me out with whatever as like a thank you. I think that's just honestly perfect. And then also, so you have dresses. What's that name of that box again?
Bridesmaids box.
The bridesmaids box.
Yeah, it's called Making Me Blush.
Making
but
me
it's
blush, and then you have jewelry too.
We have earrings.
Earrings.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's the idea with like the jewelry? Just keep it all just earrings, and or is there like an expansion with that, or
We're gonna have an expansion. I feel like we'll have necklaces and bracelets and whatever we find is beautiful and what we want to offer. Yeah. So soon to come, more things.
very exciting?
Yeah. So exciting. We're so excited. It's just, yeah, it's fun watching. We've had some orders and it's like, oh my gosh, these brides don't even know how much like we are like so excited.
Like you're hand piecing
Yeah.
them together. You're taping up the box. This is coming from
Yes.
people, people.
Women packing these, and we're getting our office like all like we have a shed that we've been building into our office. Ashley's husband has been constructing that, and it's gonna be really beautiful and perfect. And it's just, yeah, we're growing right now. So every purchase counts. Like we are putting our energy and our love all
Send in
into
your orders now. 1-800 Ruby and Elene.
Eleni.
Eleni.
Get it right. She was
I
Greek.
haven't learned anything.
It's a Greek word. What is Eleni? Is that Helen? And
Yeah, so her name was Helen, but Eleni was like her artist name, and that's the Greek version of Helen. Yeah.
That is very, very cute.
Thanks.
And then also the hummingbird represents.
yeah, so we've been like ever since we started this journey, we've been seeing a lot of hummingbirds just in the beginning of our like processes, and hummingbirds are really symbolic to like infinite life because their wingspan goes in an 8 instead of like just flapping normal. They like actually move in the figure 8. So 8 is like infinity. And
Michelle, you study birds?
I actually am super into like animal like symbolism and things like that. So yeah.
You have a binoculars from your porch that you sit there and just like kind of like bird watch.
Yeah, Ashley has a bunch of hummingbird feeders at her house too now. So we're the hummingbird ladies, I suppose.
They always show up when we're working together too. Like even if we're not at my house, it's crazy.
Yeah, I saw
We
that
just
on
find
your
each other.
website as like each little moment throughout like your business meetings or whatnot of you meeting, talking about it, like hummingbird goes by. And
Yeah,
it's
even
kinda
my grandma before she knew. So Ruby was her mom. Before she knew about like our like hummingbird symbol and all of that, she sent me this card and was like, "Congratulations on like your business endeavor and all this stuff." And it had a hummingbird. Like the card was a hummingbird card, and I was like, "Okay, like, you know, just those like signs are always there." So it's like, okay, that was a perfect little sign there.
that's really special
I know.
that you guys incorporated that into the logo. So much history and so much stuff, so much background and thoughtfulness that goes into your guys' brand. Like everything, there's so much intention
So much intention.
with your branding, the material that goes into the products.
Yeah, intention's important.
Yeah, very
Things are
much.
felt when there's intention.
I mean, yeah, just life in general, just
Yeah.
like having an intention. Like, what are my intentions daily? What are my intentions for, my career path, whatever, family life?
Yeah, sometimes
I'm
we
learning.
like forget that we have like the power of intention, you know? And I know when I'm like in a funk, I'm like, wait, like I'm not like it's like being present with what you're doing essentially. So being in that presence, having intention, like you feel more alive that way essentially.
And I've just recently been learning that too, is like setting intentions like daily, like what is my intention, and if you don't like do that, it's like you can steer off and just kind of like you get stressed out by not guiding yourself and grounding yourself in like what my intention is for the day, what is my intention with what I want to do this week, or just like life in general. It's good to just kind of like evaluate. And I've just been like learning that in the past couple weeks. Whoa. Which is
That's a good
yeah,
reminder and lesson to be going through. 'Cause some people never learn that lesson, unfortunately.
until they've gone really far.
Yeah. Then they're just like, whoa. Like,
I spent half my life with no intentions. I mean, yeah, I like going back to like artists doing like what we love, like being in the wedding industry is like, it's like there's so many artistic aspects about a wedding day, and like all these people doing these amazing things with this dress design. It's a florist, photographers, videographers, like catering people, like dessert, all kinds of like cool different artistic avenues of everybody basically like earning their life's living off of like giving their art like on a wedding day, which is just, it's just really cool to see like on a wedding, showing up to a wedding and like photographing and seeing all these people that put all this together of like the design, like seeing like when you look at a wedding dress, you see like all the different like special things that go in, like the material of it and like all the designs on it. Even like the grooms and women, they have like certain stitching inside, and then when you get like the bouquet and you see like the hard work that goes into that.
there's like so much intention.
Yeah.
Like behind everything at a wedding. Like when you're a guest at a wedding, it's almost hard to comprehend how much intention goes into that day when
Yeah.
you're not like behind the scenes of it. And being behind the scenes of a wedding, you're just like, wow, like everyone is like putting in all of like what they have into this day. And even, the bride and the groom and the like, whoever's supporting that wedding, like when you're a bride, you're supporting so many artists and creative people to like show up and like really do what they love. It's such an amazing thing. Like it's so beautiful. I love that about the wedding industry.
And you guys were on the coordinating aspect of like putting it all together and kind of wrangling cats, of like driving everyone around on wedding days and just seeing all the different like dynamics of vendors showing up and asking you questions. And
Very logistical.
Yeah.
In the venue is like a lot of logistics and moving parts.
Yeah, lots of moving parts.
yeah.
Because you're there booking the couple, then you're working with them with their like.
Oh yeah, you would give the tours and just showing them.
Yeah, showing them the venue, and then like you'd be personally working with that couple throughout their whole process, and then working like the wedding the day of. And yeah, I've seen a lot of things in the industry. So
I mean, there's just, when I get there and I see like the DJ has all his equipment, he's putting all this stuff together, even like his lights, speakers, and then he's got his whole like set together. And then the florists like bringing out their crazy ladders, like putting all the florals on the arches and doing amazing work, and like the cake designers, and then putting all of it like for like the table settings and stuff. And
yeah, it's a production for
Yeah.
sure, and everyone's just like working together, because when one person's off, it affects the whole flow. So
yeah, and then that's where it's like, if someone gets behind, or we're waiting on somebody on a wedding day, and then it's like me doing the photo aspect, I have to like rush or catch up, or working by myself, and I'm like got to run around the venue space, and then you're just like trying to get things done on a quick timeline. But I don't know, it just comes when you've done it so many times. It's just kind of like nothing really phases you. Nothing really like it's not like sometimes people will freak out if they're like haven't done something so much that it's just kind of like they're not sure what to do or what to do next, like what happens next. But like when you do something so repetitively, like it can just kind of comes naturally. So I don't like,
Yeah.
you don't freak out on a wedding day. And that's just what I really like about your guys' background. If you've been in the wedding industry for so long that you know a lot about it, and just what people go through, what it takes to like get you there to the wedding day of like first time they walk through a wedding venue, you're like there giving them the tour, and now you've moved on to like this passion project that really means something to you. And like I said before, it's like those stepping stones of like you learn all the aspects of like where you want to be, and like then it's like now here you are like where you want to be, and here we are doing a podcast talking about your business.
I know, it's
Amazing.
so amazing.
I'm really and you're getting married this next year too. It's a lot of cool things happening for you.
Yeah, a lot of milestones.
A lot of milestones.
Just turned 30, so I feel like that was a lot of reflection, and yeah, it's just a lot going on.
It's a good turning point for
Yeah.
you. Turning 30, getting married, launching this brand. Like 2 months ago, I think you launched the brand.
Yeah, in
Like
June.
fully launched in June.
Yeah. So
Very excited. Any parting words of wisdom?
any parting words of wisdom? Check us out.
Yes.
Check out our brand. Yeah, just so grateful to have done this podcast, and this is my first one ever. So
I mean,
thanks for having.
it's my second one. So I still have a lot of learning to do, being a host and all the things of the ins and outs of running a podcast. And there's my daughter out the window looking at us right now.
I hope we can come back on this podcast in a year and we're both just right where we want to be.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
evolved.
you guys took like 2 hours out of your day to get here. It's like a long drive for you. Escondido's a little closer.
Yeah, it was like an hour.
But still, like you guys took the time to get here, to come here. I'm very excited for, the next chapter of this coming year. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, I'm really excited to just have everyone check out your guys' brand, your business. And yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you, Eric.